Hello everyone, this is Vims because I changed my name so that it would match the YouTube channel. Maybe I'll come back to Suvarov later. So today we are doing the Belisarius challenges. So this thing here. So the Belisarius challenge is a challenge where one of your troop, and only one, will face a number of fights against an ever-growing Belisarius troop without being able to call back the troop to your castle. You cannot heal it, you cannot do anything. So this is how with one troop you will be able to deal with a bigger enemy. Not with bigger enemy, but facing many troops one after the other. And so you have quite some rewards actually from getting this. So you will be getting mostly things for your heroes and a few speed ups as well. And starting with here, with the 100,000 points, you are getting mythic hero badges, which is very cool. So that's just 2, but it's already quite good. Then we have ranking. So basically what you want is to continue after you unlock the final reward. And so for as far as you can go, you will make the most points, and then you can have a higher rank. So don't just stop when you reach this point. So the first thing when you have such an event is to check what is required from you. So let's check exactly what is required. So first off, we see activate my skill if you dare. So let's check the skills. So here, overwhelming blow, channels power, for a while to deal an area damage of 3000 multiplier, which is huge, at your front every 30 seconds. So this is a huge attack, but every 30 seconds, and it's an area-based damage. Belisarius gains 3% bonus damage. Turn 12 as the player HP is below 50. So be careful of this one, because at the start it's not a big deal, but after some time 12 is, well, you start to be noticing it. Belisarius kill damage multiplier increases by 20 times his current level. For example, if its level is level 30, it will increase by 600. Let's say here, so he has a multiplier of 1000. So for example, at level 30, it would deal 60% more damage, for example. And those are the rage skills, so that's the ones dealing the most damage. So for the lower level, it's not a big deal. For the higher level, it's a very big deal. Poison blade, it will poison you and deal damage each second. Thing is, the effect can be stacked. But also it's not a lot. But for example, let's say you're later in the fight, and the fight is about 1 minute. 1 minute. So that's 50 seconds of getting this. So that's on 250 plus 200 plus 150 plus 100 plus 50. So because you get the skill every 10 seconds, so you will get poison every 10 seconds. So in the end, that's not too bad, honestly. It's not too bad. It's less than one use of War Machine for 1 minute. So, well, why not? Belisarius deals 10% more damage, okay. It will heal a little bit. It's not too big, honestly. Every 30 seconds, dispel all Belisarius debuffs. This can be boring. This can be really boring. Especially since we will be using debuffers, so you can just dispel them. So that's not one we would like. Here you will restore 300 rage, which will mean the next attack will come 3 seconds earlier. So every 7 seconds he will deal his main attack. So when you get this one, and for example the poison one, it means that you will get poisoned way more often. And everything that is linked to a skill will also happen way more often. So be careful about this one. After each defeat, counting after the first skill. After the skill is activated, Belisarius gains 1% bonus damage. If used right from the start, this will reach big damage. But if it's used later on, it's not so much. So this will be good later on. Deep Strike, it's based on the troop remainder units. So let's say we have 167,000. We are talking about 10,000 damage. Which is big damage, to be honest. Oh no, it's no. I made a mistake. That's 100. 100 damage. So that's okay. But yeah, right from the start we want to be using Overwhelming Blow, because this is a skill we can avoid, and we'll see that. So you select a skill, then you have to summon it. Then we will create a troop. And for example, let's say we want Hanzo and Temujin, and we're saying sending T8s. I don't know if you have seen the red area. It was where he should have used his big attack that we just selected. Okay, so we have a battle report. Now let's check on it. And here what we can see is that we are using the PvP gear, okay? That's important. This is super important. So this is PvP gear, and what can we get? But we don't get all our buffs. Okay, this means that, for example, all the attack in the wild, they do not count. Okay, they do not count. Okay, so basically it will also mean that this one, this will not count, okay? But I still want to be using Temujin because he is awakened, so I have the best attack possible. So I will just continue on with this, and let's summon the next level. And let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And to avoid the attack, you just need to be moving out of the area, and it won't stop the fight. The fight will be ongoing until you quit. So we unlocked the first chest, and we get to activate a skill. And I believe I will... I might just use this one. Or this one. Or just... no, this one. Vitality. It's not a big deal. So let's summon. Especially at the start where the multiplier is not so big, and for a lot of levels the troops are small and you won't even see it. And with Temujin dealing like big damage, you know. So what I advise you to do is to quit the area as soon as you see the red thing, okay? Just don't stay there. Don't try to check if you can go. Also, to be sure you understand, the reason why I checked the battle report at the start was to verify that it would use my PvP gear or my my barbarian gear, and then if it would use the PvP skills, etc., etc. And for example, what we saw is that it's using PvP gear, but it's not using the in the wild capacities. which is boring. And you know that because doesn't take into account all your researches. So be careful when you're not using single damage heroes, when you're using area attack damage like this one, because you could end up aggroing this one, for example, and you do not want to be dealing with another barbarian troop while dealing with one of the Belisarius troops. Okay, so new skill. You can select this one, to be honest. And let's check it, but I think peacekeepers. Okay, so peacekeepers is used against barbarians. Okay, so it works. Okay, this does work. So basically some of the barbarians look that they do work. Which is interesting, because then it means that we will abandon it and change to get anti-barbarian skills. So we don't care about it. And so now we get the final information that we needed. And we can remove a skill that didn't work to be getting extra damage. And same with Hanzo. But why not using a Vlad Dracul? I mean, the damage bonus is less, I agree. But you get Blood Inheritance, which will heal a little bit. And you have a small chance of getting a heal with that. Do not use this skill, it doesn't work. When you're out of battle during the Belisarius challenge, this does not work. So do not use it. And then we have everything we need. And we can go back to the Belisarius challenge. So challenge, activate skill, we want this one. So skill, summon, let's go, attack, create troop. And then here we want Vlad. Okay. So you could also use attack bonuses, you could use lots of things. What we will do here though is using a defense skill, a defense bonus. Because I have plenty of them, I don't use them much, but I'm more interested in getting more defense, to be more tanky and receive less damage than dealing just a little bit of damage. So summon.
Sunt eroare întruchipată.
So, just for your information, you are not losing troops in this event. Once you will finish the event, you retrieve all lost troops from the group.
Sunt eroare întruchipată. Sunt eroare întruchipată.
Activate skill. Let's activate vitality. So if you are using Onzo can also block some of the heal. But the thing is, in fact, it has a small chance of blocking them at the right time.
Sunt eroare întruchipată.
That we couldn't avoid.
Sunt eroare întruchipată.
When you are locked in those positions, it's very bad, because then you have to quit the area from the wrong side, and it takes a little bit more time, and then you cannot evade. And we take 1000 damage from that, which is pretty bad. Because the least damage that you can take, the better it is.
Sunt eroare întruchipată. Sunt eroare întruchipată.
This is the path that you want to take to avoid the attack.
Sunt eroare întruchipată.
Here you have seen they stopped fighting, but the fight didn't end. As Belisarius will not heal, it will just wait so that you attack it again.
Sunt eroare întruchipată.
So here it's okay, it's close to the trees, but we will be able to go there to avoid the area, so it's okay.
Sunt eroare întruchipată.
So about the dogs. Activate skill, so we said this one, because it's not too bad in fact, to be honest.
Sunt eroare întruchipată.
So obviously, if you are not going to check on what's happening, do not select the area damage skill, okay? Um, but if you are paying attention, just use it as you can. Most of the time you can dodge it easily.
Sunt teroare întruchipată. Sunt teroare întruchipată.
And we got a heal at the end, but as you can see, our heal is very small, not very interesting. We could have selected also a heal from Temujin, but
Sunt teroare întruchipată.
maybe we should have. But the heal is very small. And also right now we are still not triggering Temujin, so you know.
Sunt teroare întruchipată. Sunt teroare întruchipată. Sunt teroare întruchipată.
But if you go on the Temujin, I would use Temujin heal to get a bit of heal in the end.
Sunt teroare întruchipată. 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 Sunt teroare întruchipată.
So by the way, you will end up having most of the skills working on Belisarius by the time you finish the event. So the importance is just to find an order for you that will let you get to the final fight with as much troop as possible, basically.
Sunt teroare întruchipată. Sunt teroare întruchipată.
So from here it's okay, because we can go here.
Sunt teroare întruchipată.
That should be the next skill that we will be unlocking, this one. Um, let's take the damage. I mean,
Sunt teroare întruchipată. Sunt teroare întruchipată.
be careful not to attack the barbarian troops.
Sunt teroare întruchipată. Sunt teroare întruchipată. Sunt teroare întruchipată.
This fight will just check something.
Sunt teroare întruchipată.
Let them having fun together. Boom. So, what I wanted to check. So level 1. Let's check the numbers. Okay. We were at almost 2.9 thousand, and before it was 2.4 thousand. So we did increase the damage, okay, when we moved on to barbarian skills, okay. So you see, this event is a mix between your barbarian skill set, but also your PvP set, because obviously I'm using my PvP set, because otherwise I would have seen it purple, and on the battle report my gear selected is blue, so it's my PvP. So we did unlock a reward, thank you. Now let's activate the skill. And we should be able to use this one, because this one will take some time before it reaches boring damage. So let's summon.
Sunt teroare întruchipată.
So you could really use Anzo, because its damage, it would be the best damage that you can have if you have Anzo and Temujin. The only reason why I decided to go for Vlad is for his heal. But it's not triggering a lot.
Sunt
To
teroare
be honest,
întruchipată.
not triggering a lot. It triggers sometimes. But those are very small heals. Anyway, you know.
Sunt teroare întruchipată. Sunt teroare întruchipată. Sunt teroare întruchipată. Sunt teroare întruchipată.
So you will see that the fights are getting longer and longer. So this will already deal 400 multiplier damage. Poison Blade. I don't know. So far it's fewer damage, to be honest. Because we are not getting to 2 damaging attacks so far. So let's say we have about... I don't even know. Let's check how long was the fight. That's the thing you need to check, you know, just to be sure. Okay, well, it was still 23 rounds, so we did use damaging attack twice. And we did use the skill, the healing skill quite a bit in the end. But nope, for some reason... Oh, that's because we move. And so we attack later with the big attacks. So that's the moment we move here. And those are the attack skills. And then a few more turns. So basically, when do we... Are we taking... this is the attack skill from the enemy. So this is the attack skill from the enemy. Basically, we are getting 10 rounds of it. So it's not a big deal. We can use, indeed, if we are using the poison right now, it will get a very small overall multiplier, so we can use that skill.
Sunt teroare întruchipată. Sunt
So yeah,
teroare
you have to really
întruchipată.
get deep into your combat reports to check if everything you have set up is working or not. And we can see that we are just taking very small damage. Basically, we don't care. So that's okay.
Sunt teroare întruchipată.
And so far we are up to level 20 and still only one skill attack, you know. So that's okay. The fights for now are not very long, but they will quickly get longer and longer.
Sunt teroare întruchipată.
And we are getting to second attack skill now. Okay. And soon we will have to
Sunt
deal
teroare
with the
întruchipată.
second area attack that we will have to dodge. So when you get there, the important thing is to not go to a place that you cannot escape then, okay? So be careful where you go, because you have to keep in mind that at some point you will have to dodge another attack.
Sunt teroare întruchipată.
Oh, twice in a row, nice. Whoa. He does want the healing. Not anymore, but still very good. That was a lot of healing, actually. So activate the skills. I do not want to let him use his skills too much, and I don't want him to be dispelling my thing, my debuff, and getting damage bonus and damage reduction. So I would use this one. It will deal damage, but right now his damage is not too big, to be honest. It's mostly not about the 25% damage bonus that he has for 5 seconds. It's rather for the damage reduction, which I don't want to face, because it might just reduce the damage from the attack of Temujin, as it, but well, it's also every 30 seconds, so it will be used only once. Let's use it. It will be used only once, and as we have also the dodge part where we lose like 5 seconds, and then my attacks and my skill attacks will arrive 5 seconds later, and so we are not on the normal timeline, you know, that every 10 seconds you get the skill attack. It's basically we start at 15, and which means that the debuff will arrive not at the right moment, so we shouldn't be debuffed, and we shouldn't have the damage reduction when Temujin attack. That's what I'm thinking. So let's do it like that. And let's summon. And we can see that we are down to 151,000 troops.
Sunt teroare întruchipată.
Which is okay. Really, it's okay. We haven't lost too much people. So here we will have to be careful. And I will move there, I think, for the first dodge. Right here. And we heal right from the start.
Sunt teroare întruchipată.
And here, be careful when you dodge. Do not... Well, maybe we won't have to dodge, but let's be ready to dodge anyway, because the fight will get longer and longer. No, we won't have to dodge. It's the end. Boom. Okay.
Sunt teroare întruchipată.
Summon.
Sunt teroare întruchipată.
So the best way you would do this event is by also using a troop size
Sunt
bonus.
teroare întruchipată.
Because you want to have as much troop as possible until the end. But I didn't want to waste one, to be honest. It's not an event that I particularly like. Even though the rewards are pretty cool, I don't enjoy it, so...
Sunt teroare întruchipată. Sunt teroare întruchipată.
That wasn't what I wanted.
Sunt teroare întruchipată.
In this fight we will start getting 2 area damage, I think. We'll soon have the cone back. Whoa, whoa.
Sunt teroare întruchipată.
Another attack. Now we get to activate the skill. And we have the choice between having his own skill used way more often or having more damage. So the way we will think is, right now the fight is over 30 seconds. And let's say 35 seconds a bit around it. And it will get longer and longer. So basically with that it will be used 5 times, so 5,000 total damage for his war machine, plus the poisonous blade, which will be used every 7 seconds. And if we use that, we are getting 500 times 3, and we are yeah, that's still a bit lower damage than this one. Okay, so I want to be using Enraged. And then I will summon.
Sunt teroare întruchipată.
And from now on, this is when we are starting to lose troops, to be honest. So here we will want to be moving here.
Sunt teroare
Not here,
întruchipată.
because you could end up being fucked.
Sunt teroare întruchipată.
So we have unlocked all rewards. And now we can just keep summoning it to
Sunt
get a higher
teroare
ranking.
întruchipată.
To be honest, if I did care about the ranking, I would have really used the size, troop size bonus. I would have used some other things, but I'm not too interested. Just want to finish this event and not deal with that again.
Sunt teroare întruchipată.
Like, I haven't done it the other days. You have 5 attempts per day, and it's like on 3 days. And I haven't done it before because I really don't like this event. Because it's quite long. It takes, well, that's 53 minutes we are together. So it does take some time.
Sunt teroare întruchipată.
But basically you want to just keep on
Sunt teroare
attacking
întruchipată.
until your force is destroyed. And then on the last fight, you basically will get points depending on how far did you get on the last
Sunt
fight.
teroare întruchipată.
And Belisarius heals are getting better and better, you know. He's healing by 1,000 now,
Sunt teroare
which is a bit
întruchipată.
boring. And I haven't even triggered the healing skill for a while. I don't know if you remember. Oh, okay, thank you. I was thinking, do you remember that you have a healing skill.
Sunt teroare întruchipată.
And here you must activate a skill, and so you have all skill unlocked. And that's when you know that you're you're done.
Sunt teroare întruchipată.
Because right now it's the end. Because every 7 seconds it will use his rage skill after the first one.
Sunt teroare întruchipată.
I don't know if you check the rage, but he's using his rage way more quickly than I
Sunt
do,
teroare întruchipată.
thanks to this skill, and we are getting more and more damage every second. But that's really a skill you don't want to be using for him to be unlocking too early, because you will regret it. That may be one of the strongest skill he has available to him. Because that's 3 seconds
Sunt teroare
that he wins
întruchipată.
every time. Just not on the first fight, but on all of the fight, it will use them. Not fight. The first skill will be used after 10 seconds, but all the other during the fight will be used after 7 seconds.
Sunt teroare întruchipată.
Can I have some heal? And that will be it, because I don't want to do it more than that. We'll finish this fight and go home. And you see, this will be considered abandoning this challenge, so be careful when proceeding. But yeah, for me the challenge is over. I'm not interested in doing it more than that. It's long enough, it's way long enough. It's already 1 hour into just one event where you can't do anything else. That's why I don't like it, because it's 1 hour and you can't do anything else because of those damn skills that you have to dodge. And so yeah, you have to pay attention of what is happening, so you really must focus on this event for the whole time, and I hate it. This is the kind of event I hate. And for example, tomorrow we have the pirates coming back, and the pirates, yeah, for 1 hour you could be active and not doing anything else, but the rewards are crazy, and here the rewards are not that crazy, so I'm not interested in losing more time, to just get a ranking that I don't really care, because it won't change my life. So yeah, so that was it. Cheers all, I'll see you in game.